Quick question. Does Remy count as a buddy? Happy Friday, everyone. We are at Golden Gate Canyon State Park again, but we are going to be doing a 2-night, technically 3-day backcountry trip on this nice, very nice spring evening. It should be a low maybe in the 30s tonight. It was about 80 degrees in Denver area today, about 67 degrees now, so expecting about a 30 to 40 degree drop, which is typical in the mountains. And we are starting at the Mountain Line trailhead, so we've got about a 2-mile hike in before we get to camp. So here we go. You can definitely hear the water down there, which is a good thing. So we've gone about 1.5 miles so far, and this is a nice, easy path for what I'm used to, so it's good. I'm actually not hiking with my trekking poles right now, trying to, I guess, get used to that or see what it's like, much weight I can carry, and it actually allows me to adjust this pack as I go. I'm still trying to dial it in. It's a little bit difficult for me. Not used to these UL packs, but that's why we practice this stuff before we go on a longer hike. That's 500 miles and not 2 miles. There's the water. Okay, we are at Backcountry Campsite 19. I'm a little sweaty, glowing from that trip, but it's gonna be a super nice evening. We're pretty close to the water, probably about, 200 feet. So we are going to get our tent set up and then go fill up our water packs and then get ready for dinner. Okay, so for tonight's dinner, we are going to have Heather's Choice African Peanut Stew. And this meal has been specially chosen and curated by one of my Patreon members who joined my Dinner Buddy level. So I'll give a shout out to the Patreon member below. And Remy and I are gonna cook up this African peanut stew. It is ginger and yellow curry powder that creates an irresistible flavor that is sure to make this your new trail flavor comfort. And it is a vegan meal, and I am not a vegan, so I'm gonna add a little bit of chicken since it's a curry meal. And it says 20 minutes and 1 minute for every 1,000 feet above sea level. So we're at about 7,200 feet right now. So it's gonna be a nice 27 minutes sitting in this bag. So hopefully with my cozy, it'll stay nice and warm for dinner. Hey buddy, you already had your dinner. I know, and I don't think I should give curry to dogs. So this has sweet potatoes, veggie broth, diced tomatoes, what else? Swiss chard, pre-cooked rice, peanut butter, ginger, curry powder. It is a carb-friendly meal, 78 total, minus the fiber to give it 66 grams. So it's gonna be a pretty high carb meal for me just because of the rice and sweet potato. That's why we're adding the chicken. We brought our usual long-handled titanium spoon tonight. We aren't gonna mess with anything new in the backcountry tonight. Smells good so far. Whoa, it's a little full. 12 ounces. Hey, back up, lie down. Pour some of this out. Remy. All right, 27 minutes, starting now. Okay, so it's been about 36 minutes and we're gonna check on this to see if it cooked all the way. In the meantime, Remy and I got our base layers on. Well, I got my base layers on and Remy has his glow collar on. And then after this, we're just gonna drink our bedtime tea. Even he's hearing funny noises, which I'm just on the lookout for animals. Drink my bedtime tea and then we're just gonna settle down and read before we go to bed. All right, let's see if I cook this all the way. It smells pretty good. It's actually not too strong. It smells like ramen, actually. Not a big curry smell to it. That is good. Second bite. Definitely an A for Heather's Choice African Peanut Stew. I would not give it an A+ because, or maybe just because I'm at elevation, still a little bit watery in terms of the sauce, and it took 27 minutes to cook. So just a long time for me to eat. Anyways, if you know what an A+ is, it means it has a thick and meaty sauce and it doesn't take a long time to cook and just tastes absolutely delicious. But definitely good. Would recommend. Having fun, bud? Just keeping an eye out. No bears, right, buddy? No bears? No bears or mountain lions? Hopefully we'll be okay. Okay, good night. On your bed, bud. Good morning, everybody. We just decided to try to pack up camp as quickly as possible this morning and get our hike going. So we are going to hike about 12.6 miles today, 3,100 feet in elevation gain, but it's kind of rolling, so it's not just one big climb. And we have a custom route. It's going to be Mountain Lion Trail to the Buffalo to the snowshoe hair trail and back again. We are camping in the same spot, so I made a little bit of a loop, but also wanted to practice packing and unpacking my bag here and, you know, working with my new gear just to make sure I know how to use it before I go on the Colorado Trail. So anyways, it should be a beautiful day. The high is supposed to be in the 70s here and sunny, so I think it's going to be a really good hike. All right, here we go. So we're about 1.2 miles in. I ended up putting on micro spikes because the ice and slush was killer. Could barely make it up. So we still have them on. It's a little bit muddy up here. Not too bad, but pretty good. It's weird because like the air temperature is really warm, but then you get a cool breeze from the creek. So continuing on. All right, we've got our first creek crossing of the day, and there's not a bridge. Let's see if we can flip this guy around. There we go. Hey buddy, you ready? Ready to cross this creek? All right. Got ourselves a tough climb. Just checked my hiking project app, and we are at about a 20% grade right now. So definitely a quad and calf buster. I don't think we have very long to go, but we'll see. I've been bad at sort of scoping these out. Okay, so we are on our first little descent. And it's nice, it's very dry, so I took my micro spikes off, and I think that's going to be what the conditions of the trail are going to be like the rest, come on buddy, of the way. And we'll probably stop for a snack break soon. My tummy is a grumbling. So Remy and I are stopped for our first snack break. We've gone, actually, I think over 3 miles, yeah, 3.7 miles. We're at about 8,600 feet in elevation. A little bit longer than I wanted, but I was trying to find a good spot. I was actually trying to find this shelter, and we missed it, so we just decided to park it right here. And on Remy's snack time menu, he's got a little bit of this milk bone trail mix and some dehydrated chicken, and then we might save this bone for later, but that's what he's got. And on mine, I've got the classic Austin's cheese and peanut, oh Remy, you want somebody, I know, peanut butter, and I've got some Turkish apricots, and then a cherry and pistachio energy bar from Scratch Labs. They're out of Boulder, Colorado. And then we may drink this dirty chai latte from, where's it from? Alpine Start. They're also out of Boulder, I believe. So I am gonna make this dirty chai, or attempt to. I'm gonna use my little 8-ounce Knot cup. We add the chai, and then we're just gonna make it cold, and then we'll add some water. So we'll see how messy, or hopefully not messy, I get doing this. Starbucks stir stick. definitely needs lots of stirring. Not bad. Good, I guess cold coffee for my snack break. All right, so we just turned onto our snowshoe hare trail, and this will make another loop back to just where we were, but it's through the woods, so there's lots of snow. And since it's warm, the snow's melting, so I've been actually stepping in holes that are probably about a foot deep. You never know which one's gonna be soft and which one's gonna be hard. So we put our micro spikes back on, and we're gonna climb this hill right here. So legs, get ready. Okay, so we just hit 6 miles, so we're almost halfway done, and we have come across a dude's fishing hole. So if you can see behind me, if I take off this face tracking. How do I take off this face tracking? Well, I'll flip it around. And I think we're gonna be heading right behind me. There's another couple there. But this would be definitely a nice rest spot. Sun isn't too bad in terms of exposure, and there's definitely a water source. But anyways, I'll flip this camera around. And there is dude's fishing hole. Hey buddy, what do you think? You just like to eat dirty snow? Hey Rem, you eating dirty snow? Yeah. So we are here, and we've got to hike all the way back around this way, or at least that's the route. Oops, right 19. So this is the route I plan on taking back. See those deep snow holes? It's like the danger zone. Never know which one's gonna collapse in on you. The theme of this hike is ice, snow, mud, rock. Ice, snow, mud, rock. Get careful on this. Remy says he accepts this challenge. Which way are you gonna go, bud? Last time he went up this way, and I went this way. Go this way? This looks easier. Nope. Come on, bud. There we go. All right, looks like we've got another creek crossing. Let's see how we do. The cacti are flowering. That one's really pretty. All right, I'm not sure if we're gonna jump this or just try to walk through here. easier route. Okay, so we are about 10 miles in, 2.5 more to go. Just starting to get hungry. So I'm not sure if I want to push it or just stop for a break. I think Remy needs a little bit of a break. We just walked through an exposed area that had more rock and I wouldn't call it talus, but the loose stone. So probably a little tough on his paws, but now we're kind of in a nice shaded area and it looks like a storm is gonna roll in. Some dark clouds, which is typical for Colorado. But they said there wasn't gonna be any storms. I didn't bring really any rain gear except for a 2-layer jacket. So hopefully if it does rain, we can get back to camp before that happens. Anyways, maybe lunch is next. What do you think? Looks like rain. Doesn't quite smell like rain. So I was getting nervous about that storm cloud and we ended up passing my car because the trail went through the trailhead lot. You had to cross the lot. And so we just had lunch sitting in the back of my car for maybe 20 minutes and packed everything up, threw out some trash. And now we just hit 12 miles. Got about, I think like half a mile to go until our campsite and I just want to get the shelter set up in case it does start raining. But if it doesn't, then we'll just have a nice relaxing evening anyways. So we're back at camp. I got everything set up. Got my new hairdo too, using my buff. And Remy is super, super tired. He pretty much just took over the bottom half of this tent. So he's gonna have to move. But hey buddy, you tired? Did you have a good walk today? Yeah? But now this fly is bothering you? Yeah. But yeah, it might be one of those nights where I just snack it up for dinner. I'm a little hungry now, so I'll probably have something, but I have a feeling after I clean up here and get on my base layers, I'm just gonna pass out and fall asleep. So there might not be any dinner tonight, but we'll see. I already put my food, except for my snacks, my food and my Jetboil down in the bear locker, which is like 150 feet away. So we did that. And then we filtered 3 liters of water just for the morning and tonight. So we'll see what happens. I might not see you till the morning. Good morning. So Remy and I did end up passing out pretty early, about 5:30 last night. Slept for like 3 hours before I woke up, but then just started reading for about 30 minutes before I fell asleep again. So we were definitely both pretty tired. Right now we are just having a cup of coffee and staying a little bit warm. It's not that cold, it's about 35 degrees, so doable, but it's nice and cozy in the tent. I ended up just eating like half of these range meal bars for dinner last night and gonna finish it up this morning. They're not bad, they're actually pretty good. So I think I might buy a few more just to try out, especially if I'm dry camping or I'm on a dry stretch for the Colorado Trail. These might come in handy not to have to use water, because usually in the morning we probably use about 2 liters of water between Remy's bowl, my coffee, rehydrating meal. So a good option for us on that one. But anyways, we might change our plan for hiking today. I've got some rubbing action and bruising going on my hips from my pack yesterday. The plan was to go about 8 to 9 miles back to the car, but we might just go about 4 and make a pit stop at this quarry that's at the state park here, which I haven't been to yet. So we'll see how that is and if there's anything to see up there. Mostly for the hike yesterday, there wasn't too much in terms of views or scenery. It was just a good hike. So not much in terms of pictures to show you guys. Last night it also drizzled a little bit, so I'm glad I set up tent. And one of those things, I was lying in the tent and I looked up above and there was a tiny little pinhole in the rain fly, and it bothered me all night, and all I did, because I was so tired, was just hope and pray that it wouldn't rain the rest of the night. So anyways, we'll probably repair that or call Nemo and see if they can send us a replacement fly or what they do. And then I'm definitely gonna check for other little pinhole tears when I get home. But anyways, we're just gonna set up camp or not set up camp. Anyways, we're just gonna take down camp and get going. All right, so we are all set. It's about a 3.1 mile hike back to the car, and we're gonna try to go see what this quarry trail is all about and if there's anything to see up there. Other than that, we're just gonna take it easy. I think Remy is actually pretty tired. He's just sitting here while I'm vlogging. But anyways, yeah, so the 3.1 as opposed to the 5.7, which would have been part of the trails that we went on yesterday. And I know just taking off the micro spikes, putting them back on, and the post holing that I had to do, my body definitely wasn't ready for that. So we are going to go, I'll say, the easier route, but I'll say it's probably better in the long run, just so we don't wear down too quickly before the Colorado Trail. So it looks like this quarry trail is like an old service road. Doesn't look like many people go up here, so a little nervous about what I'm gonna find, but we'll see. So far, we have found lots of moose poop, but looks pretty old. And the second thing we discovered is that this is one big hill climb. So we're already glowing from our trek up, and you are completely exposed in the sun on this side of the mountain as well. So I think we made it to the top. There is a bunch of white rocks. I'll have to research what they are when I get back home. But kind of uneventful. There seems to be a little trail over here that we might try to see if we can get further, but otherwise this is what it's like. Just kind of a bunch of rocks, which I guess is a quarry, but I was hoping for some other lookout point. But we'll continue on. Go, Rem. So we are taking that path. Looks like a trail, at least for humans. Most likely just for animals. But seeing what we can find back here. And if not, we'll just turn around. All right, so we've come across this stream here, and it looks like the path does continue up. But according to the TREX app, I am beyond the little dot that says that's where the end of the trail is. So I'm assuming this might just be an animal trail, not an official trail for the Colorado Parks and Wildlife. So we are gonna turn around just to be safe. remember to pack it out.